After buying the notebooks and pens, we left the shop. We walked through the market for a few minutes. Suddenly, my phone started ringing again. I looked at the screen. This time, it was a message from my school. I opened the message and suddenly stopped walking. Arjun looked at me and asked, "What happened?" I said, "Oh no." He immediately became worried. He asked, "What is wrong?" I showed him the message. It said that I had an important class in less than 20 minutes. I had completely forgotten about it. Arjun looked at his watch and said, "We need to hurry." I said, "I know." We quickly started walking back. But after a few seconds, I realized that walking would take too long. I looked at Arjun and said we should run. Arjun laughed and said, "I knew this morning was going to be interesting." We started running towards my house. At first I was laughing, but after a few minutes, I started feeling tired. I said, "I cannot run anymore." Arjun replied, "You have to keep going." I asked, "How far is your house?" He said, "We are almost there." I looked ahead and saw my street. I felt relieved. We continued running. Finally, we reached my house. I quickly opened the door and ran inside. Arjun stood outside and started laughing. I asked, "Why are you laughing?" He said, "Because this whole morning started with you saying, 'Give me 5 minutes.' I thought about it and started laughing too." I said, "You are right. I should have woken up earlier." Arjun replied, "That is what I have been telling you all morning." I quickly prepared for my class. Before leaving, I looked at Arjun and said, "Thank you for coming to get me." He smiled and replied, "No problem." Then he added, "But tomorrow you should wake up early." I laughed and said, "I promise." Arjun looked at me and asked, "Are you sure?" I replied, "Yes, I am completely sure." He smiled and said, "We will see about that." I closed the door and started thinking about the morning. It had started with a simple phone call. Then I had to get ready quickly. I had forgotten my breakfast. We had stopped at a small shop. We had talked about our plans. We had gone to the market. We had crossed a busy road. And finally, we had run home because I had forgotten about my class. It was a simple morning, but it became a very memorable one. Sometimes, we think that an ordinary day will be boring. But we never know what may happen. A simple phone call can change our plans. A quick breakfast can become a long conversation. A short walk can turn into an adventure. And a normal morning can become a memory that we remember for a long time. That day, I learned one important thing. I should always wake up early and check my schedule before making plans. But I also learned that unexpected moments can make life more interesting. So if your plans suddenly change, do not always get upset. Sometimes, the unexpected moments become the best memories. Thank you for watching this English conversation story. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep speaking English confidently. I will see you in the next video.